Hey, what's up? So now let's create our first easy peasy store and maybe create some actions and dispatch them and stuff like this. So I will create a folder called store inside my source. I already did that, it's empty. So let's create an index.javascript file there. So let's import from easy peasy the create store function and let's assign the returned value from it to a variable called store and just export that by default. And we will have maybe names like this. This will be array, my name, then border maybe. I will format the code and that's it. Now let's go to our app and let's import from store. You don't need to put index because by default it will try to go there. And let's get the store and let's import from easy peasy the store provider. And this will accept a store. It will be our store. And that's it. So npm run start. Let's run the static server. We should see the names in our state. So go to inspect, then choose Redux. You should see that our state has names and it's an array of names. So everything is fine. Now let's make much more realistic example. And yeah, I will start by fetching data from this API. Then I'll fetch all the posts and I will store them in the store. And that will be our first step. Usually people will show you like how you can add to array, change object and stuff like that. Then they will end it up with how you can fetch data. But I think in an realistic application, you will fetch data first, then you will manipulate it. So that's what I'm going to show you. And we usually do this. If you go to the docs, go to the primary API, we usually do it with stuff called thunks. Thunks are just functions that will delay something. So as you can see, this is how they will define it. So let's do that. So I will go to my posts folder and I said I will organize the stuff by feature, not by type. So everything regarding to the state will be here as well, for only for the posts. So let's create a file called model because we will model the post state with this file. So let's import from easy peasy the action function and the thunk function, and let's export const posts model, and this will be an array. The state that we will have is a list of posts. I will call it list, and the status, this will be null by default, but this when we fire the function that will fetch the data, this will be loading, so we can show a spinner. If there is an error, this will be rejected. If it's run with no errors and we got the data, this will be success. But by default it will be null. I will format the code. Now I will define our first thunk. So I will call it fetch posts, and this would be equal to the returned value from this function, and this will accept a callback function. And let's see what this accepts. So it will be a synchronous function. So let's make it like this, and it will accept all the actions and the payload that we pass when we dispatch this function, and I will show you that. So as you can see, we have this and this. Actions is all the actions we have inside all our store, so maybe we can dispatch something from here, which is very nice. And as you can see, they are using Axios, so let's copy paste this and let's import Axios because we installed it. And this will be get. We will ignore the payload, go to this URL, But as you can see from actions, we don't have the add to do. We need to define it. And it will be add posts. And this will be a function, and we need to pass it to the action function. This will accept, if I am not mistaken, or this just, yeah, it will accept an action, a state and a payload, like this. The state is the whole state, the payload is the stuff that you pass to it. So we will pass to it the data, which is an array of posts, and what I will do, I'll go state.list.push the payload, all of it, format the code, and that's it. So let's create an index file here that will export these stuff. So first thing, let's export from the posts, from the model, the posts model, and let's import the posts component from posts, and let's just export by default the posts, and this should be of course at the top, like this. And inside our features, let's have an index to JavaScript. Our import, our import from the posts model, and I will change this to be export this as well, like this. So we can do this. Let's go to our app. So everything from the features, we will import it like so. So just go to features, and that's it. Now we can have our, we need to export it, of course. And now we got it. So let's put this here. We won't see anything because it's an empty component, but let's go here. We need to, let's go here and copy this name and go to the store. We need to import this from, go outside, go to features, and as you can see, you can get it. I'll define a variable called models. This will be equal to an object. So the first key is the posts, and the model for that will be the posts model. And let's put this one here, like this. So save, let's go and see our state. So as you can see, we have our posts, we have inside of it a list and a status, which is very nice. So let's try to dispatch this function, or this thunk. First thing, we need to go to our posts, and we need to import from easy peasy. If you go to the docs, because I forgot. Dispatching thunks. Yes, this one. So we need to import this hook, and it will accept all the actions we have, or it will accept a callback function, and they will pass from this hook to this callback function all the actions we have. And what we need to do is to go to the actions, then the posts actions, then if you go to our model, it will be the fetch posts, like this, and I will name it the same thing. And if you are wondering why this is here, why it's not like this, because in our store we had it like this. So you can do this, but the issue is it won't be organized, and everything here will be on the same level. So list will be here and status will be at the first level. So maybe you will have a status for the post and a status for the comments, a status for the user, and so on. So I prefer to put it like this inside a parent key, and inside of it we have the state for this thing for the posts, and the state for the users, state for the comments, and so on. So yeah, that's why. So this is what this key comes from, this one here. Yeah. So we have this one. So what I am going to do, I'm going to import a button from React Suite. I'm just going to return this button here. I will call it fetch posts, and on click I will just dispatch this function. You can actually put it like this. Yeah. And as you can see, you don't need to write the dispatch function here then like this, like a normal Redux. You'll just refresh this function, or you will just invoke this function, and that's it. So yeah, we need to import the style. So let me just go to React Suite, get started. This is it. Let's go to our app. Yeah, it's much better. So click on this, go to network. As you can see, there is a request that have been fired to this URL, and this is the data. And let's go to our state. We see that we have this action that have been started. This is when the thunks started, and this is this action here, the add posts action, as you can see. So this accepts a payload, and it's just add everything here inside this array. This one is the success from the thunk, but the only issue is that, as you can see, we have now an array. Inside of it, they have an array of objects. What we need to do is to spread this, so it will push each one there, or sorry, this push spread this one, so it will push every payload object inside this list. So yeah, let's try it again now. Fetch posts, started, add posts. So our state, we have a list of objects, which are the posts. So I think the next step is just to display them. Maybe we'll have a delete and an edit buttons on top of them. So yeah, this is it. It's as easy as that. But before we end, let's just use we need to fetch, or we need to get the data from the store to here, the posts, but I forgot the name of the hook. useStoreState. So this will be the state. So state.posts.list, and this just console log the posts. So fetch, as you can see, here they are, and that will be it. We can actually make this shorter. We can destruct this, then just return this, and also destruct this like this. It's much shorter. So yeah, it's working fine, and this is the basics of fetching data.